Yes, welcome to Xpose, where we're chatting to Victoria Beckham. It is so exciting to have you here in Brown Thomas today. We're saying it's about 5 years since your last trip.
It is 5 years, and when I came the last time, it was the first day that Harper walked.
First day, her first steps?
Her first steps were here at Brown Thomas.
Wow.
In Dublin. Fond memories, and also I got married in Dublin as well. So it's a real treat to come here and, you know, to get such an incredible welcoming, which I received today is super exciting. I mean, I love the people here.
Oh, good.
It's a real treat. It's a real treat.
Since I had two little boys myself, working mums are now my heroes. So how do you manage to, and I know it's a cliche, but how do you manage to, you know, be fulfilled professionally and still know that I would drop everything for my 4 kids, you know, because that's essentially what we all would do at the end of the day. So how do you manage to make everything work?
You know, I have a great team of people that make it work, because David and the children will always be my priority. So things like taking the kids to school every day, picking them up every day, being there for dinner and bath time, those things will always be a priority. And you know that saying, if you want something done, ask a busy person. That's true. You know, if you ask a working mum to do something, it will get done, it will get done efficiently, because there's no time to mess around.
It's so true.
So it is a juggling act, and I have an incredible team of people that make everything possible. You know, when you just said, am I going home tonight? Yeah, because I have to be home in time to put the kids in bed, you know, because they are my priority.
Absolutely. You have spoken before about how, you know, your mum inspired a love of makeup in you. I know she's still so young, but is Harper taking any interest in, you know, mummy's line and mummy's cosmetics?
You know, we play with makeup, and I think that's such a nice bonding thing that you can do if you're lucky enough to have a daughter. And she does have a very girly side, but then she's a little tomboy, you know. She loves to play football. The boys don't play football anymore. Harper loves to play football. So she is quite girly, but at the same time she's a tomboy. So she's not too precious about the way that she dresses, you know. For me, I want her to be happy, comfortable. She wears clothes that she can run around and be comfortable in, as opposed to not. So she's not overly girly.
Yeah. I briefly want to ask you about David, because you have said that he, you know, next to a couple of your products, what are his favourites?
Well, he likes the Morning Aura, because that's something that the guys can wear. You know, I'd be a little concerned if you reach for the eye palette. I'm not judging. I'm not judging, but, you know, I'm not saying that has David's name all over it. Yeah, I suppose he might use a lip balm, and he'll use the Morning Aura, you know.
It's great. And just to ask about working moms, what is your advice to women who are struggling and feel like they're doing nothing right? They're not getting the home life right, and they're not getting the career bit right. They feel like they're spreading themselves thin, which I think is such a common complaint of women these days. We're trying to have it all, and yet it feels like we're falling short. So what would your advice to other working mums be then that hold you up as a role model?
You know, I think that it's difficult, and I think that women need to be kind, not just to each other, but to themselves as well. It's hard. It's a juggling act. And, you know, sometimes there are days when, you know, I feel like I'm not doing anything right either, because you want to be the best mum, the best wife, the best professional, and sometimes you're torn and you feel guilty. And I think you've just got to do the best that you can do and be kind to yourself and not feel guilty about, go and get a facial. It's okay to do that. It's okay to go to the gym. It's okay to look after yourself. Failing that, just get a really good pair of dark sunglasses. Have a glass of wine. I mean, good God, there are so many of us in the same position. It's not easy, and, you know, I think sometimes, you know, you look at the pictures and it looks, you know, to working mums, especially when they're celebrities, it looks like they're doing everything so perfectly and it's so calm. It's no different. We all freak out. We all question ourselves constantly.
You have made me feel so much better about life in general right now. That is great advice. So many people are going to get so much from that. We are, of course, talking about your second collection with Estee Lauder. How has it evolved from what we saw previously?
You know, with the first collection, I said that I wanted it to be products that every woman should have in her makeup bag. The key must-have items that you would think would be very easy to find that are very difficult. The perfect nude, you know, the perfect bronzer, the perfect eye palette. And what I've done with this collection is I built on that. You know, the first collection was such a huge success that it enabled me to do more.
Yeah.
I've expanded on the city looks, added a city, added a signature part of the collection as well. So each look has evolved and changed. So it's a different London look, a different New York look, etc., etc. But again, I'm really just scratching the surface because beauty is something that I love so much. I feel that I'm being really, really honest with this collection. I use all of this makeup, and these are things that I've searched for such a long time. You know, I've stood on so many red carpets. I've done lots of editorial shots, picked up lots of tips along the way that for such a long time I wanted to share with women all around the world. So this really is a dream come true, and very honest, this collection, very honest.
So many people look to you for inspiration. Do you look to anyone? Do you have a role model?
I look to women, you know, as you just said, working mums, you know, are inspiring. You know, I like women, and I think more women need to support women. So, yeah, most women are inspiring in some way, whatever it is that they're doing.
Yeah. Do you find that your attitude to makeup and beauty has changed over the years? I'm working in the entertainment industry and now going into fashion. Has it evolved, do you feel?
Well, I mean, it's improved. It's definitely improved. I think the older that you get, the more accepting you are of yourself and how you look. And you make the most of the way you look. You understand you've got to be healthy. It's not just about what you put on your face. It's making sure that you eat correctly and you drink enough water and you sleep as much as you can.
So would they be your kind of diet, lifestyle, beauty tips then? It like begins from within?
100%, 100%. And eating healthy fats, you know, those kind of things. You don't realise it when you're younger, because when you're young, you can't even imagine what it's like to be sort of, you know, 40, 50, however old, you know, the woman 100%. Is.
You look stunning today. What is your go-to kind of makeup look for, say, a daytime versus a nighttime? Do you have something that will work for both? Do you know, smudge it up a little for evening time? What do you tend to do? What are your habits like?
You know, I think that, like I said about this collection being honest, you know, I wear every single city look. You know, sometimes if I'm doing an editorial shoot, for example, I might wear the Paris look, which is a stronger look, which is what looks lovely on you today.
Yeah.
But then day to day, I'd normally go with either the London look or the LA look, and then I'll just put on a little bit more in the evening, and that's where I'll start to play with the eye foils and the, you know, the glittery parts of the collection.
And actually, the morning aura is a great one, just to kind of give yourself a little fresh base over your makeup and then to kind of start again, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. And it's a really good primer. It's hydrating, it's moisturising, and it just gives a healthy glow. And the other thing that's great is actually this aura gel, which I sometimes use as a lip balm, for example. You can use it as a balm, but then if I'm doing an editorial shoot or in my show, for example, in the ready-to-wear show that I showed this September, I'll take it and I'll put it on the girls, the top of their cheeks, down the centre of their nose, and a little bit on the eyes as well. So it feels, you know, a little glossy and very youthful. So this is also the product that I have in all my handbags. And actually, this is one that Harper can use because it's just like a little lip balm that's actually very moisturising as well. So I'm quite obsessed with it.
You touched briefly there on your skincare. How do you look after your skin? Do you have a strict routine? Is it a laborious process in the evening? How good are you at looking after your skin?
You know, I make sure that I take my makeup off every single night. I never go to bed with my makeup on.
Do you not?
No, never.
No matter how tired you are, what time you've gotten in, or off a flight, or really?
No, never.
Okay.
So always take off my makeup. I love Sarah Chapman's products, and also when I'm in LA, I go for facials with Harold Lancer. So I like to have regular facials, cleanse, tone, moisturise, regular face masks, that kind of thing. You know, snatch moments when I can.
Yeah.
You
And
know.
a little bit of you time.
There's nothing wrong with that, and we all feel guilty. But we shouldn't feel guilty, you know. You have to be kind to yourself.
You mentioned there all the editorials and all the shoots. Are there any that stand out over the years? It's a hard question.
It's a hard question because I've been so fortunate to work with the best photographers in the world, the best makeup artists, hairstylists and stylists. I've done a lot of Vogue covers, and it's always really exciting to do Vogue because it's Vogue. You know, it's Vogue. So I don't know if I would have a favourite, but I'm very proud of all of the Vogue covers. You know, I'm a normal girl from a working class background that had a dream, worked really hard, every time I was knocked down, I got back up and started again. And so the fact that I then have done shoots like that is something I'm very proud of, and something that my mum's really proud of.
But are you proud when you hear of like a woman on the street wearing it? I mean, that must really fill you with, God, it's working, they love it.
I'm so, I feel very happy when I see anybody that's chosen to invest in me as a brand, whether that's through fashion or makeup. There is a lot of choice out there for the customer. And if the customer decides to invest in something that I have created, then, that means a lot. People say, is it exciting when you see a celebrity wearing your clothes? It's just as exciting to bump into a restaurant or be in Starbucks and see somebody wearing.
Compact.
Yeah, and I love women. I want to empower women, make women feel like the best version of themselves. And she feels that way when she pulls out one of the compacts. If she's on the train or on the bus or at work, you feel very, you feel special and you feel empowered. And it's the ultimate in luxury, which I believe that my customer really deserves.
100%. And do you find yourself still learning on shoots like that? Do you still kind of take something away from, if it's a stylist or if it's a makeup artist or hairdresser on the day?
Oh, 100%. I mean, I don't pretend to know everything. I like to surround myself with the best professionals, whether that's photographers, makeup artists, or just when I'm at work, in a business environment. I want to learn. I'm like a sponge, and that's very important to me, to just surround myself with the best professionals, no matter what category. I always say I'd rather be, the one in the room that's learning, and that's very, very important on every different level, really. Learning from the people I surround myself with.
Okay, well then can you honestly tell me which is your hero product? If you had to just leave the house with one thing from the collection, what would it be?
I mean, it's a bit like picking your favourite child, and I couldn't do that.
No, of course.
If I had to say, I'd probably say Morning Aura.
Yes.
I use that every single day. I mean, the starting point for Morning Aura was I said to Estee Lauder, I said, I get on an airplane, London, I travel all the way to Los Angeles, I get off the plane, and I'm photographed. I want something that's going to hydrate, lift, act as a primer, make me look rested. I want that miracle cream. And that was the starting point for Morning Aura. So Morning Aura pore perfecting powder, which is phenomenal because it closes the pores, evens out skin tone. You can put it on all day, throughout the day, because it's nice and fine. All skin tones and different skin types can use that, and it's important to use that when contouring, which is something that us ladies love to do. So I'd probably say between those two products. But then I'd also throw in the Victorian Nude Lip Liner, which I don't leave the house without. I have one in every single handbag. I'm completely obsessed. It's the perfect nude.
What is next for the collection?
I don't know. I mean, there's so much that I want to do, not just with the makeup, but in beauty itself. I'd love to do skincare. I'd love to work on fragrances. There's so much that I want to do. More makeup, more tips to share, more categories that I want to go into, not just in beauty, but in fashion as well. The business is growing quickly, but there's so much that I want to do. I do believe that if you work hard and you dream big and you focus, that you can achieve great things. And so there's a lot that I want to do. You can never dream too big, I don't think, and be positive.
Fantastic. And on that note, I think we shall leave it. It has been a joy to meet you, Victoria Beckham. The very best of luck with the new collection, and thank you so much for your time this evening.
Thank you so much. Thank you.